things like that. So once again, my name is Ademola Morebishi, and I want to share with you a little bit about there's this hidden truth about creativity and invention that most of us are not aware of. And I'd like to draw your attention to it. My job is to draw your attention to it, and then I would like to explain it to you in a very, very short period of time. So there's this thing that Nikola Tesla said, right? Nikola Tesla, you could probably look him up. Is an inventor, prolific inventor, invented so many stuff that we're using to today. In fact, one of his popular invention is the alternating current, AC, right? AC, electricity, did a lot of fantastic work in AC. So he said something, said, the mind is sharper and keener in seclusion and uninterrupted solitude. No big laboratory is needed in which to think. Originality thrives in seclusion, free of outside influences beating upon us to cripple the creative mind. Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Be alone, that is when ideas are born. That is why many of the earthly miracles have had their genesis in humble surroundings. Nikola Tesla. So that, for me, the highlight of what he said, that the full quote is in the description. So I said description of this video, you see the full quote there. But the main thing I want to draw your attention to is no big laboratory is needed in which to think. When we talk of creativity and invention, it comes down to an idea. An idea, that is all it's about. An idea, an insight, a discovery, right? A discovery means you see what everybody saw, you read what everybody has read, but you see something that nobody has seen. You understand? When you go through all inventions, all discoveries that have ever been made, it comes down to somebody that saw something that nobody else has seen before. So Nikola Tesla is making an interesting argument here. He's saying that you don't need a big laboratory before you can think through facts and arrive at a new conclusion others have not arrived at. And I feel that is important because when we talk about creativity and invention, right, especially as Nigerians, my mission is to see how we can empower Nigerians, Africans, to explore their God-given creativity so that we can create things that can be of value, so we can actually export value to the world. That is what I'm passionate about. And when we talk about these things, we get oppositions, and that's fine, that's okay, right? I mean, great ideas are always challenged by mediocre minds, right? When you have a great mind, you will be challenged by mediocre. That's normal. So, but you don't, because of the mediocrity out there, you don't stop talking about the main things you want to talk about, right? We just focus on those that are like-minded with us. We face our front and then we get going. So one major opposition is this issue of, as Nigerians, we don't have a lot of money to invest into original research, right? We don't have laboratories in Nigeria. How do you perform experiments? How do you make discoveries as a Nigerian and all that? But here's the thing, right? You don't need a big laboratory with which to think. A big laboratory is not needed, right? You don't need a big laboratory with which to think. All you need to think is up here, right? Spiritual development, intellectual development, those are the raw ingredients that is needed for creativity. If you can develop your spirit, develop your mind, right? There is nothing you cannot conceive. There is no idea you cannot conceive if you've developed yourself, develop your complete being to be able to express, your God-given creativity, like I said, right? So you don't need a big laboratory to think. Simple ideas go a long way. That's something I've discovered over and over again. Very simple idea can go a very, very long way. It's like this. If you want to get something done, you can get it done. If you don't really want to get it done, you can easily find an excuse why you should not get it done. And in Nigeria, it's easier for you and I to get excuses as opposed to getting it done. So if we don't have an incentive to get things done, we will not get things done. It's as simple as that. It's easier for an environment, it's very easy for us to find excuses. I mean, there are so many reasons, I was writing about it in my book, there are so many reasons why things might not work. But if we sit down and we ask questions, rather than throwing tantrums or ranting, social media has given us a vehicle to rant. So we prefer to rant rather than, try to actually find a solution. In fact, to just rant and complain about the situation and cry and all that, rather than facing facts and say, okay, what are the facts? What can we actually do? What is true? What is false? We don't consider all those things. All we want to do is rant and rant and rant. And ranting is not going to pay us, right? We need to see how we can make things work. So yes, I know government is not funding research. There's no money. People are doing all those things, but there's something we can do. There's so much more that we can do. There's this story I would like to tell you about William Kwakwamba, right? William Kwakwamba is someone that was able to, you know, do great stuff from his little corner of the world. That's Malawi, right? So William Kwakwamba, rural village, nothing fantastic going on for him and all that. Yet he was able to develop a windmill, and using that windmill, he was able to power the village that where he was staying. Now, when you talk of this idea, right, he got it from a textbook. He didn't go to a big laboratory to go and do research. All he did was just went through the library, found books on power generation, read the book on how you can generate power from wind. Then realized that, oh, we have wind in Malawi. That's raw material. Without seeking government funding, without looking for help from anybody, he started picking scraps, put it together, made the windmill. The windmill is working with the power generated, he started doing stuff, right? I'm going to share my screen with you now. We prefer to, we prefer to, um, we prefer to complain and bitch about, as opposed to sit down and see what we can actually do about these things. So hopefully you can get some inspiration from William Kwakwamba right there. Just went to the library, picked up a textbook on wind generation from wind, read through, and he went to do it straight up. For me, that's the core of what this is about. So if you go online now, there are so many journals out there. There are so many journals, so many scientific research out there in public domain, free. You can read it for free. There are so many great ideas out there already. There are millions, if not billions, of websites online where you can get information, right? Research on any topic under heaven. All you have to do is just to read through these things, think about what you are reading, pray about what you are reading, look out for divine insights, look out for inspiration. And there's no limit to what you can do. But we like to limit ourselves by telling ourselves, I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. And really, frankly, it's just an excuse, all right? So this thing is not impossible. We just need to think clearly. That's what I just want to say, all right? Let us learn how to use the internet to access these materials, read through, and find new applications for them. Let us stop being intellectually lazy. I think that is the main, that's the core of my of my message this hour. Let us stop being intellectually lazy. That is what we need to do. Personally, I'm interested in building an army of people that will combine creativity, right, divine intelligence with PhD level knowledge, having deep knowledge about whatever it is that catches your interest. Not just surface knowledge now, but going deep. And as far as intellectual development is concerned, PhD is the highest level, right? So, creativity plus PhD level knowledge, combine it together, and I believe strongly that you will be unstoppable. I'm talking about practical thinking now, not just certificate for certificate's sake. I'm not talking about becoming a certified illiterate. I'm talking about the kind of education that actually lights up your mind so that you can see possibilities, so you can see opportunities all around you. That is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. That's the kind of miracle I'm praying for. That's the kind of miracle I'm working towards. I am sick and tired of mediocrity and underachievement. What about you, my friend? Think about these things, and you can drop your questions. If you have questions, you can drop your questions, drop your comments. I'll go through and I'll respond as appropriate. But let's get this conversation going, right? You and I, let's get this conversation going. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you soon.